Hello, guys. Thank you so much for visiting our YouTube channel. For those that have already subscribed to our YouTube channel, thank you very much for the support that you are rendering to our YouTube channel. For those that are coming here for the first time, my name is Dr. Brian Maida, a medical doctor by profession specialized in psychiatry. And I am actually your host here at the BMI Care TV, where we share opportunities that are available in different parts of the world. Opportunities that you can take advantage of to progress academically and professionally. And so today, I thought that I look at one of the topics that uh, international prospecting students tend to struggle with as they begin to look for destinations that they would like to go and have their studies, or destinations where they would like to go and pursue their studies or their programs of studies. And so it is really important that you consider a number of things even as you make that important decision, because you are the one who is going to live in that country. And so if you find yourself regretting, then it's not a good thing. And so I thought I'd take you through some of the key things that you would want to consider even as you begin to look at making this decision of going to study abroad. And so to start, I will basically look at 7 key things that are worthy considering when you are choosing a study abroad destination. Number one, you want to look at the program of study. So in this case, you need to figure out what your area of interest is. And in doing that, you need to be honest in asking yourself some of the key questions, such as, what do I want to become? Where do I want to see myself in the next 5 to 10 years? And what sort of program will help me get to what I want to become in the next 5 to 10 years? So these questions will help you to figure out the program of study and the destination where such a program may be available. If you choose the program that you are interested in, you will likely enjoy your program of study in the particular destination that you eventually choose to live in for your studies. And not only that, you will find yourself having an enjoyable and successful career after completion of your studies. Number two, what universities offer the program of study that you are interested in is another consideration. So before you actually settle for one particular country, you want to actually scan through the various parts of the world. Look at the universities that are offering the program of interest in the different parts of the world. See which university are offering exactly what you are looking for in a particular program, or what you are looking for in a university. If you are looking at studying at a university that is highly ranked, then you would want to narrow down your destination of choice to the United States and the United Kingdom, because these two countries actually comprise of some of the universities that are highly language. And if you are looking at an undergraduate level of study, you want to see whether you want to go into a university where you simply go direct into your program of study, into your major of interest, or if you are interested in going into a country where you don't go into your major directly, not until you have actually studied for a year or so in that particular college or university, then you want to look at a different country. For example, in the United States, you don't go direct into your major not until you have actually started pursuing your studies. And the United Kingdom, on the other hand, you actually start off direct into your major. So that's number 2. Number 3, you want to look at the costs. And so in terms of costs, is money an issue for you? If money is an issue for you, then you want to look at countries that offer cheap or, if anything, free tuition fees. For example, a country like Finland. It's one country that is well known for free tuition. And in any case, you may want to consider applying for financial aid or scholarships, in which case you need to establish the application process, what procedures are involved in applying for financial aid, and what special deadlines do you want to keep in mind, even as you look at applying for financial aid. And remember, when it comes to cost, you want to factor in all the costs that you may incur as an international student. So costs may include living expenses, accommodation, travel, visa fees, food, textbooks, and some other incidental costs that you may incur as a student. So not only just focusing on tuition fees, but looking at all costs that may accrue even as you study as an international student in a particular destination. Number 4 is language. So when it comes to language, you basically want to look at what is the language of instruction at a particular university that you are interested in, or at a particular destination in terms of country that you are interested in. So in that case, some countries will have English as the official language, and if anything, they will have English as the language of instruction. But other countries may have other languages that you are not familiar with. And so you don't want to start applying without researching on what the language of instruction is for your destination country or your destination university. And for example, if you find that the language of instruction is something that you are not conversant with, that you are not proficient with, but you are still interested in going to study at that particular university, then you want to make sure you factor in some time in your preparation to applying to that particular university in enrolling for language courses that will help you to become proficient at that particular language, so that by the time you are leaving for your studies, you are proficient. If anything, they may require you to actually submit a proficiency tests, exam results to that particular university before you actually travel. And so this is something that you want to put into consideration. For example, if you are coming from a country where English is not an official language and is not the language of instruction in your previous university studies. For example, your studies were conducted in French, then you may need to make sure that you take certain special tests if you are looking to go and study in an English speaking country, because certain proficiency tests are actually required if you are going to apply to certain universities in English speaking countries. And so you might want to factor in some time in your preparations as you look for the study abroad destination. The other factor that you want to consider is the proximity to your home country. So you want to ask yourself, if you want to be close to your home country so that you can easily hop on a plane or even just a bus or a train and be home within a few hours. Or if you would rather be further away, maybe thousands of miles away from your home country, so that you can challenge yourself by going beyond your comfort zone. And remember, you can only grow if you challenge yourself beyond your comfort zone. Additional things to look out for here is that you want to weigh in on the pros and cons of being away from a place that you call home and see whether the advantages outweighs the disadvantages of you being away from a place that you call home. Another important question that is worth considering is, what if there is an emergency and you are required to go back to your home country? Will you be able to afford the travel costs? And other additional questions under these should include, will I afford to come home during each semester break? Or will I stay in the host country? And being in a place that is totally new to you may result in you being homesick during certain times. And so you want to also ask yourself, how will you handle the stress of being away from home for a long time? Number 6, you want to look at the country regulations for the particular destination that you are interested in. And so when we talk about country regulations, so these tend to apply to situations where, for instance, you have moved to your study abroad destination, and then you realize that you want maybe to become a permanent resident. So you want to basically look at what options do you have after you have completed your studies to become a permanent resident. So you will find that certain countries have favorable immigration policies. So for example, if you look at Canada and the United States, for example, Canada has the option of you becoming a permanent resident or applying for permanent residence when you have completed your studies as an international student. Let me just show you the screen for their website which actually talks about this particular option. And the other thing that you want to basically consider is the opportunities for work placement, the opportunities for work whilst you study. So you'll find that Canada again has got options for you to work more than 20 hours as an international student. So you can see here on their website where they state studying and working in Canada as an international student. And they highlight here that while you study, help your spouse or common law partner get a work permit while you study, work temporarily, or stay permanently in Canada after you graduate as an international student. So you can actually see that Canada has got favorable immigration policies for international students who go there to study. But again, you want to look at what courses should you do so that immigration will become easy for you when you choose to actually stay after you have completed your study as an international student in Canada. So changes to off-campus work hours. You may be eligible to work more than 20 hours per week off-campus under a temporary public policy. So these are some of the policies that you want to basically look at. And now if you look at the United States, on the other hand, they have got certain restrictions when it comes to work for international students and immigration after you have completed your studies tends to be a little bit stringent. And so you want to make sure you look at all those things. For example, if we look at this particular website here, they actually say that can international students do part-time job in United States of America? The short answer is yes. International students can work in the USA while studying, but there are some restrictions, and these restrictions are based on your visa. So international students who have an F1 and M1 visa are allowed to work on campus and in specified training programs. Students are not allowed to work off campus during their first year academic year. And so these are some of the important regulations you want to look at under the country regulation. So when it comes to the United States, you actually find that there are strict regulations that you need to pay attention to as an international student so that you remain visa compliant even as you study as an international student in the United States. Because what they want you to do while it's there is that they want you to focus on your studies. You do not go there for work. And so they want you to focus on your studies. However, under certain circumstances, you can get permission or authorization to work off campus. Okay, so let's continue. So this is just another website which I will put in the description box of this video so that at your own time you can actually look at the regulations that one needs to pay attention to if they are looking at United States of America as their destination of studies as an international student. Now, what other factors do you want to consider as an international student as you select your destination of studies? So the other factor that you want to basically look at is that is your degree recognized? Is your degree going to be recognized by your home country? If you say, okay, for me, I'm not really interested in staying in the host country as a permanent resident, but I came here to just simply gain my bachelor's degree or gain my postgraduate degree, and now I would like to go back to my country. So the question that you want to ask yourself, even before you actually apply to go and study in a particular country, is that you want to establish whether the qualification that you are going to gain in that country will be recognized by your home country when you return. And so that is something that is very important, because it will be very, very painful to go and study internationally and then come back to your country only to find that the degree that you acquired is not recognized by the qualification authority in your country. And so these are some of the few factors that I wanted to share with you that you want to put into consideration each time you are making a choice of where to go and study as an international student. As you make that decision, the study abroad decision in terms of which destination, these are some of the factors that you want to actually consider. And I would like to actually implore you that in case you have come across other factors that you would want to others to learn from and consider as they make their study abroad destination decision, please put those in the comment section of this video so that others can actually learn from you. And if you did like this particular video, I would like to urge you to please give this video a thumbs up so that a video such as this one can be shared with those that are seeking to make a decision for their destination of studies. And in case you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe, because that way you'll be encouraging us to continue creating content and sharing content with you. And even as you make your study abroad decision, we will be able to actually help you by sharing some of the universities that are available in the different parts of the world with scholarship opportunities that are available. And that way you can actually look into these options, do your own research, and then make an informed decision. And even after you have hit that subscribe button, I request you to go a step further by hitting that notification bell and selecting all notifications so that each time our channel uploads videos such as these ones and much more opportunities, you will be amongst the first few to be notified. Otherwise, this is where I would like to say thank you very much for watching this video, and until next time, it's bye-bye for now.